Stephen A. Smith for the win. Drop the mic on these fools.
This is not about being anti-anything. This is about being pro-girls, pro-females, pro-women, pro-ladies. You can't be a male, born a male, transitioning to female, and think that you should have the right to compete with women.
When you have a wife, children, and people that depend on you, you start thinking different. I've seen how fast life can change. One accident, one health scare, one phone call. And now your family is trying to grieve and also figure out what comes next at the same time. And that's not something that you want to leave on their shoulders. That's why life insurance matters. And Ethos makes it simple. Everything's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and you may even get same-day coverage. Here's the part that I like. No medical exam. You just answer a few health questions online. You can get up to $3 million in coverage, and some policies start around $30 a month. Listen, this is not about fear. This is about responsibility. And if people are dependent on you, you need to plan like they depend on you. Take 10 minutes to get coverage today with life insurance through Ethos. Get your free quote at ethos.com/Tatum. That's Ethos, ethos.com/Tatum. Application times may vary, rates may vary. Let's look at what Stephen A. Smith had to say about this controversy in the WNBA of letting men and their genitalia play in the WNBA. The weakness and cowardice of WNBA coaches and people who are not standing behind Sophie Cunningham is blinding, deafening. It's so apparent, it's frustrating. Stephen A. Smith wrote it.
This is not about being anti-anything. This is about being pro-girls, pro-females, pro-women, pro-ladies. That's what this is about. You can't be a male, born a male, transitioning to female, and think that you should have the right to compete with women. Not in basketball, not in football, not in boxing, not in the UFC. Hell, not even in tennis. It's an aberration when you find somebody like a Serena Williams serving 120 miles, 25 miles an hour. That's ordinary for Jokic or Jokovic. That's ordinary for Sinner. That's ordinary for Alcaraz. That was ordinary for Sampras, Agassi, and all of these guys. We got to stop this. We got to stop acting like somebody that's speaking up on behalf of girls like a Sophie Cunningham, like a Riley Gaines, are scourges of the earth. You are Cheryl Reeve, the head coach of the Minnesota Lynx. That is an irresponsible thing to do. You are a coach for a female basketball team. Do you not think that the females are being screwed over if they have to compete against an individual born as a male? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You trying to tell me that a college player for the men at a college program anywhere in the country or an NBA player should transition to being a woman and be allowed to compete in the WNBA or on a collegiate level to a women's college program? Whether it's UConn, South Carolina, Iowa, Tennessee, or wherever else you want to come up with. What the hell are you talking about?
Come on, Stephen.
It's not true. It is false. AJ DeBonza, not to throw his name out there, Darren Peterson, hell, pick a scrub. If you're a male and transitioning to female, you should be playing against the women. Nobody said you can't transition from male to female. The issue here is competing against the women. That's what Sophie Cunningham was talking about. That's what Riley Gaines is talking about. How are you, Coach Cheryl Reeve, and you could condone that? And then you're going to come out with a T-shirt. No regard for the WNBA. No regard for the sponsors that may be put off by that. No regard for the bottom line that might be affected because of a position that she has taken that you know is going to be politicized. Because that's what you did. No regard for that whatsoever. How is that okay? How? Because your spirit and your soul told you that's the right thing to do.
Preach,
so
Bishop.
bump how it affects the collective brand of the WNBA and how they may be frowned upon by half of America when you need all the support that you can get in building your product is exceptional as the league and these young ladies playing in the league have done in building the sport all of these years, and you just gonna come out there and wear that shirt, knowing it was gonna bring attention to you, and knowing that you're going up against the Indiana Fever with Caitlin Clark, who obviously is the #1 draw in the WNBA, which means cameras are rolling. It's just an accident or coincidence that that's the game you chose to wear that shirt, huh? It's the selfishness. It's putting yourself before the betterment of the whole.
Come on, Stephen A. Somebody get this man a raise. Get him a raise. Stephen A. Smith for the win. Drop the mic on these fools. What are we talking about? Let's try it for a weekend. Co-ed sports. Come on. Kashi gonna get my money this weekend. I'll put some bets on it. I bet you if you played a man's team versus a woman's team, they'll beat them by 70 points. I'll put my whole career on it. 70 points. I mean, the biggest girl in the WNBA, she is the trashiest. Listen, Shaq, hear me out. I know you like the young lady. What's her name? The black girl. Reese. Angel Reese. Shaq, hear me out, brother. Don't get mad at me. I know that's your girl. Angel Reese has to be the worst WNBA player of all time. On the highlights. I'm seeing her throw a ball behind her like this. She going up and down, doing it, throwing the ball here. She gonna lay up, miss the layup, get the rebound, miss the rebound. She doing this. I ain't never seen that. I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life. Now, only reason I said that because I love Shaq. He my favorite. And I don't want him to be mad at me. But God dog it, I gotta tell the truth. She's 6'3". In men's basketball, LeBron James 6'8". Running like he 5'10". Dunking from the free throw line. Running point guard. What? They got dudes 6. I'm saying real quick. I thought, AI, some of these dudes, I thought they were like 5'10". I thought Steph Curry, he may like 6'1". What's his name? Booker, Cory Booker. Is it Cory Booker for the Suns? Devin Booker. I bet somebody. I say, man, Devin Booker's like 6'2". I think Devin Booker like 6'6". They'll run through the WNBA like wet toilet paper. All right, come on. Sophie had something to say. Come on, Sophie. One of my favorite athletes of all time. Sophie Cunningham. Roll it.
I think that there's so much good going on in the WNBA. I think that basketball is being played at the highest level it's ever been. I think our team in specific, we are breaking history right now with the amount of points that we're scoring on back-to-back games. I think the Minnesota game, there's just so much distraction. I think the WNBA media, all we ever do is cover everything except basketball. And it's like, what are we doing? There's so much. Like, you can talk about other things. I think those are great stories. I think it shows fans, who people are outside of the court. But I also think we got to keep the main thing the main thing. And I think when it comes to the Minnesota game, I think there is so much distraction. But, like, the matchup between Miles and Kelsey was phenomenal. Our team, that game in particular was a great game. And so I think that there's a lot to be said, and I'm going to let people just do the speaking for themselves. But for me, I want to get back to basketball. It's always been about basketball. That interview happened in February when I was asked a question. And so for me, I just want to, make sure that it stays, the focus stays where it should, because people are playing at such a high level. We have probably like 3 MVPs that could be MVPs on our team specifically.
Love you, Sophie. Thank you. All right, look. In the beginning, I was going to say this, but I got a wife, so I can't say this. But I was going to say, in the beginning, God made Adam, and then he made Sophie Cunningham. He made Sophie Cunningham. She is like my favorite. She the only one standing up in the WNBA. Like, she's at the UFC fight. She putting the smackdown on girl. She is just the bomb.com as far as women in sports. All right. Here's another lady that stood up. Thank God for her. Think she's a tennis player. Yeah. She's a tennis player. Roll the clip.
Hi. The WTA recently announced that the players will take a one-time gender test. How do you feel about that? The first pro league to go in that direction.
I think it's really important to keep the fairness in our tour, and it's obvious that biologically, right, the men are way stronger than women, so I feel like it would be not really fair for the women to compete against biological men. So I believe it took them a little while to make this decision, and yeah, I support it. But for me, I'm focusing on myself, on my goals, whatever it takes. If they want to test us all, I'm happy to do that. It's pretty fair, and let's keep it that way. Thank you. Thank you.
She's my second favorite athlete. Why can't women? Let's pull up an exhibit. Court is in session. Officer Tatum has taken a stand. Let's bring up exhibit. Matter of fact, I'm the prosecuting attorney. Let's bring up exhibit A. This is a transgender person. Look at this dude. They ain't even trying no more. I felt like trans people used to be like, I want to look like a woman so I can fit in. They ain't even trying. Homeboy running around with a cup on. He ain't even trying. He just let his hair grow out, put a ponytail, and everything else is all man. He ain't got no breasts or nothing. He ain't even trying. He probably ain't even taking hormones. They lazy trans now. They just lazy. 6'3", almost 200 pounds. Play in the women's league in France. Lord, if I have 3 wishes, one of them will be let him play in the WNBA. Let him play. I'll sponsor it. Let's do a give, send, go. How do we get him in? I want to prove to the world that y'all shouldn't keep playing, and this is what's going to happen to you. Joanna Man is going to go into the WNBA and smoke these women. Exhibit B, roll it.
Tick, tick, boom. Making the noise. Go, baby.
All I'm hearing is grunting. Look at this mother right here. Just Debo. Just Debo style. We got an average of 21 points and 20 rebounds. Because they all bad players. But he put me at 100 if he had some assists. He probably doing all the work, and they put him on the bench so he don't just blast these people. Look at this picture. And I'm telling you, man, nobody would be hating on these people if they just be fair.